We're live.
We live.
Hi guys.
We said it every time we go live. Can we come up with something different?
We need to. Yeah. Hey, it's late at night and you're still watching, so this is awesome.
What's wrong with you?
I know, right?
What's wrong with us? I don't know.
There's a lot of things wrong with us.
The funny thing is, we had nothing better to do before all this crap came down.
Yeah, I mean, we were kind of shut-ins before. Now we're really shut-in. So hopefully you guys are doing good. Can you switch it, Grim?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can see comments. So we're just getting set up here. We have a couple topics we can kind of discuss, or I know we'll start a topic and then halfway through we'll end up talking about like food or other stuff.
Or cereal.
Or breakfast cereal. And that's totally okay.
Yeah.
So you guys can ask us questions as we go. We like to read the comments. This is going to be more laid back than the Facebook show. And I have to say this every episode in case if there's a random YouTuber that starts watching. For those of you that are stumbling upon our YouTube that have no idea what the heck they're looking at.
We're sorry.
We're sorry. And I'm Janet Decay.
I'm Grimm Gorri.
And together we host
the Mummy and the Monkey's
Hairy Scary Hangout. And you're watching
the Mummy and the Monkey's
Hairy Scary Hangover. Friday nights on Facebook Live, we host a classic sci-fi or horror film. And then this is the after party where we do like a little talk show, hangout show here on YouTube.
Woo, party!
And then we also have a Monster Hustle playlist that goes behind the scenes. If you're into eBay and reselling and picking, that's going to be right up your alley. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, I don't know. All right, so anyway. That's good. Some people had a couple few to drink, and that's okay. You're not driving around the neighborhood. You're in the, hopefully you're not. You're in the luxury of your own home. You're on a boat.
Mm-hmm. Late Horror Show's here. Hello, Dino. Loud and clear. Okay, cool. Everyone can hear us, see us okay. I was going to ask that next.
That's good.
Stumbling in, says John.
Where are you stumbling from, John? You're not supposed to be out. Isn't there a curfew?
Watch your step there.
Don't step in anything.
Everyone keep 6 feet apart.
You're all in, yeah, right.
Don't get too close.
That shouldn't be hard to do here.
Yeah. Yummy. So, just out of curiosity, because we're big fans of the horror host genre and the classic horror films, the sci-fi films, and we like to watch different movie reviewers, different little blogs and things on YouTube. I was surfing through YouTube thinking, well, who are the top 2 biggest horror film hosts that everyone knows nationwide? Probably Elvira and Svengoolie. And I'm like, do they have a YouTube channel? Maybe I could subscribe to their channel. So I search, and there's lots of videos of them, but they don't have their own YouTube channel.
Talking to the chicken mic, yeah?
They don't have their own YouTube channel. So how, wow. Like, I'm really surprised. And we love them. It's not putting them down. It's just, I'm really surprised that they do not have their own YouTube channel.
Well, let's put it this way. I mean, I think maybe that has to do with because a lot of their time may be taken up with the shows that they have, right? Elvira doesn't do a show anymore.
Well, she'll put out videos here and there on social media, and she's probably worked with studios and television networks, so I know she was trying to do a Netflix deal.
Yeah, House Cut says Sammy Terry. You mentioned him.
Yes, and I that's a very good...
Another person, Sammy Terry.
Yeah, it's good that you guys brought that up, because when I did look up Sammy Terry, his son, Sammy Terry's son, I think controls the YouTube channel, which is great because there's Sammy Terry interviews and little clips that you could watch. So even though you can't necessarily upload the movies to YouTube, you can watch those awesome clips of the characters.
Yeah, so Late Horror Show says because their content belongs to someone else. Yes,
that might be, yeah.
What I think is that, you know, you're asking these questions, and they're good questions, they're valid questions. And I think now, since the internet's a viable media, right? It's like definitely a place you can show things and air things that actually get content. I remember there was a time when people would scoff at the internet and say, "Oh, you have how many followers?" or "What does that mean?" No one knew what that meant. Now it's a real thing, right?
Yeah.
But So I'm sure in a lot of these people's contracts, they're very exclusive, okay? Usually the exclusivity was like you could only, even back in the day, they had this. Like, I have that Dick Goddard, who was a weatherman here in Cleveland, kind of did something for another TV station, kind of jumped into a broadcast back in the 60s, and he got reamed for it because his
that's right, you
contract
showed me that.
is exclusively for that network. And if you go beyond that or do something different where it's not sort of sanctioned, then that's it, or you can get in a lot of trouble. So just to keep, so it's a whole, it could be an exclusivity thing. Like, so if you don't thin yourself out, people have to go watch that show on that channel. If they had all other presences like on YouTube and this one and that one, who knows? Maybe the old school thinkers that run those things think that that might thin out their product, so they probably just keep it there.
Yeah, there might be some like red tape legalities involved,
yeah,
but I noticed like Misty Brew's Creature Features. She has her own YouTube with some fun clips.
Right.
And then who else? I'm looking at. I wrote down a little list here. Oh, and then Creature Features from California. So I think they're the longest running horror host show because they've been running since the 60s. Now they've had different guests, different hosts over the years. Now they've got like a host who's like a rocker looking guy, and then there's the cute ghosty girl, and then the butler guy. And their studio and their videos are like really high quality. They look awesome.
They're really cool. Production's really nice.
Yeah, and they're on TV in California, but then they also put clips on their YouTube, so they do have their own YouTube channel.
Rosie Miranda says, "Hello, watching you on my laptop and at my buddy's friend Tim's on his 55-inch flat screen TV.
Woohoo!
Ooh, a size queen. That's really cool. Yeah, the bigger the better, as they say, right? Especially when it comes to watching the Mummy and the Monkey, right? I mean, look at these gams, and then look at her game. I don't know.
I'm wearing Earl slippers.
People want to know what you're drinking. Is it dark pop?
It's special pop. It's it's a Jack Daniel's cup, so that might give it away. But
think about it, guys. Think about it.
With some soda pop. Yeah. It's my special pop.
People don't know who Sammy Terry is.
Oh, you guys don't know who Sammy... Oh,
Some people don't.
So Sammy Terry...
It's a lot of stuff's regional.
...was a horror film host from Indiana. And I think it was Indianapolis area. And he was a huge hit. And he was on TV, like, I think in the 70s and 80s. And he had kind of like a ghoul makeup getup, but he would wear these like yellow rubber gloves.
Well, they were dishwashing gloves.
They looked like dishwashing
They're
gloves.
Awesome. They are.
And didn't he have a cape too?
A cape.
And like a hood.
A hood.
Yeah.
The
and
makeup.
He had like this goofy laugh that he would do. But the cool things, unfortunately, Sammy Terry's no longer with us, but his son is continuing on the character. And I think the first Friday of every month, they do a live stream where they host a movie.
Right.
So there are still Sammy Terry shows on Facebook Live.
So Frank Holt asks a very interesting question. Grimm, do you like the old monsters from Universal? Of course.
Of course, right?
I mean, yes.
Of course
that is a good question, but I love them all. I love everyone from Frankenstein to Dracula to the Mole People, baby. I know them all. I love all those guys. Those guys and gals. You got the Bride of Frankenstein. You got the Mole People, like I said. You got the Wolfman, the creature from the Black Lagoon.
I love the creature.
Come on.
Of course, the Mummy.
The Mummy, of course, I love the Mummy. What's not to love about the Mummy?
You gotta love your Mummy.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, yes. I love all the Universal stuff. Really disappointed what they did with the try to revamp it. We talked about this, I think, before on the show, but recently Universal tried to recreate the Dark Universe and try to do something like with the Mummy and the new Dracula.
The Tom Cruise Mummy movie was terrible, and I didn't.
In our opinion.
In my opinion, I didn't.
Well, Universal, if you're listening, if you want to do a deal, give us a call. Yeah.
I didn't see that movie until it was like for free at the library.
Yeah, we rented it. Yeah.
I refused to pay to go see that movie.
Yeah,
it looked like total garbage, and then when I finally went to go watch it, it was total garbage. Mm-hmm. So, but that's just my opinion.
Yeah, the Metaluna
What do I know?
From This Island Earth, of course. Yeah.
Yes, and then who's the designer of those? Millicent Patrick.
Yes, well.
So Millicent Patrick was also, she started out as an animator for Disney. The movie Fantasia, is it the witch scene? There's like a witch
scene.
There's a witch scene.
I don't know. You
with
tell
like
me
the
which
cauldron.
scene. But which scene are you talking about?
Graham.
It's an Abbott Costello who's on first.
But it
Which
was
scene?
like a
Come on.
spookier scene.
Roll
I
with
guess
me.
in the 1930s she helped animate that.
Okay.
So she was an artist. She worked for Disney, and Disney was one of the first companies to employ like women artists. And there's a whole book about her life called The Lady from the Black Lagoon.
Yes.
And that's an amazing book.
And someone special got you that book to read, and you liked it.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
So Millicent Patrick she designed
Whoa.
the creature monster. She designed the Metaluna mutant. And I think she designed some other creatures too.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, another, what's his name, Bud Westmore, he took credit for her work and fired her.
Yeah, it's all explained in that
so
book.
all
it's really
the
messed
details
up.
are in the book. It's
really
really
good.
it's really messed up how she was treated.
Now, there's some funny stuff here going on. Here is, someone says that, Raymond Troyanovich says, the only mummy I like is Yummy. The cereal or her, I don't know. They're both pretty good.
And we both stay crunchy in milk.
Whoa.
What?
Hey-o. Hi-yo. You know, stop fixing things, Universal. Yeah, I thought a ballsy move, pardon my French. If Universal would have came out, they could have kept all those sort of goofy actors. I mean, they had Tom Cruise playing the mummy. They wanted Benicio del Toro, the other guy that shot bolts into people's heads in that one movie, No Country for Old Men. That guy was going to be Frankenstein. I think they wanted The Rock to play the Wolfman. Johnny Depp was going to be the Invisible Man, I'm pretty sure.
I think Johnny Depp would make a cool Invisible Man. I mean, you wouldn't see him much in the movie,
right,
though.
So what's the point? He's a beautiful guy.
Yeah, why would you make the handsome actor not...
Make me the Invisible Man. Nobody want to see me.
Aw, Grim, you're cute in your own way.
You know what I'm saying? I'm looking for sympathy here. Anyway, pity party stuff.
But yeah,
in my own way.
Universal needs to make good movies.
That's like telling someone they have nice eyes. That means the rest of you is ugly.
No, Grim.
But you have nice eyes.
You have that special animal magnetism.
He has nice elbows. Anyway.
Grim has that animal magnetism going.
Yeah, it's called body funk.
He's a cuddle monkey when he's not farting and burping.
Javier Bardem. I couldn't. Javier Bardem was supposed to be Frankenstein. Yeah.
Speaking of Frankenstein,
Cumberbatch Frankenstein. That's what you're talking about.
Yes.
Bob Ferguson.
It's called National Theater. The National Theater.
You watch it. I didn't.
It's on. Hold on. It might
I was
show
busy
up on my
shopping.
YouTube.
I was risking my life shopping for essentials today.
And I was in
you're
the
watching
car
Frankenstein.
watching Frankenstein.
There you go.
Priorities, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. It's a crazy world. Crazy world, man.
Let me see if I can find that real quick. I think it's called from the National Theater. You know what? That might be in that message. From
you know what? We can go off and you're gonna talk because that's good. That's actually really good.
Yeah, because it's talking about monsters.
That and there's a British thing also here a thread that can. There you go.
Yeah, the National Theater on their YouTube, they are playing performances and streaming it live. Now this one was filmed in 2011. But it's awesome. It's a whole different take on the Frankenstein.
It's still watchable
story.
and still donatable, right? You can still donate to it.
And what's his name? Cumberbatch is in it. He plays the Frankenstein monster.
Cumberbatch.
What's his
Doctor
name?
Strange guy.
He was Doctor Who, the new Doctor Who,
Doctor
right?
Strange.
Doctor Strange?
Yes.
Oh.
Benjamin Cumberbatch.
Wrong doctor. Yeah, Benjamin Cumberbatch. That's his name. But no, it looked really awesome. I watched most of it. I was really enjoying it.
So and based on that, people are saying Hammer horror. Now,
Hammer horror.
Now, I don't know. I should be in the loop of this. Is Hammer doing anything?
Yes.
I mean,
are they still around?
Look, what Universal
Is
left
that
off
company
doing.
still around even?
What Universal left off doing, Hammer picked up right in the '60s and did some amazing adaptations of the Universal American horror classics. I mean,
yes, and they all had like that kind of gothic feel to it. I love the costumes, the sets.
Dino's asking if we can super chat. I don't know if we can enable that. So
we don't have super chat enabled because we're not quite there with the YouTube requirements.
It's not Benjamin Cumberbatch. That's a different guy.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
It's Benedict.
Okay.
Come on, get it right.
I knew it started with a B.
Cumbersnap.
I don't remember.
That name. I mean, why can't
It's a very
Jones,
odd name. Yeah.
He's British. He could have a regular.
Unique.
He could have
I should say unique. Not
He's British though. He could have a Smith or Jones name. He could have a Cumberbatch. Cumberbatch.
Maybe he takes pride in that name. I'm sure he does.
Cummerbund. I don't know what his name is.
Man Bun.
Someone said he looks like
Benedict Man Bun.
Someone's wife said he described him as like an underdeveloped human. Like that actor, that guy Benedict. He looks a little kind of underdeveloped. I don't know, like Odo from Deep Space Nine. You know.
Roger Corman's Frankenstein Unbound is an excellent movie. Oh, have we seen that one?
I have. I've seen a lot of those Hammer movies. We've seen a lot of
Corman.
Yeah.
No, that's our Corman one.
We have the Quartermass Experiment on DVD that our friend Pete gave us. We have to watch that.
Yeah, that one we still have to watch.
Frankenstein Unbound is John Hurt. Now, I think that movie is about Frankenstein, and it's a newer one. It came out maybe in the 90s or early 2000s, in the 90s. And it was really cool because basically Frankenstein winds up like in a time travel thing. It's really weird.
Oh, Dino says that they're still going. Their latest movie was The Lodge from 2019. Wow.
Okay, good. See,
that's great.
We haven't really looked into the Hammer stuff.
Well, and the Late Late Horror Show has a really cool in-depth Hammer horror video that I remember watching a while back.
And how that guy went from rap to horror really blows my mind.
What guy?
From Can't Touch This and Hammer Time. He makes horror movies. I didn't know that.
Grimm, that's the wrong Hammer.
MC Hammer doesn't
No,
make
Grimm, that's the wrong guy.
He did? Oh, I thought maybe...
It's the wrong thing.
For Shizzle?
No, Grimm.
I thought for sure he was like, stop. Hammer Time. Oh! He did. That's not him?
No.
Oh, God.
No, although that would be funny to see, like, the Hammer monsters dancing to that.
Yeah. Rapping monsters. No one's done that yet. Or maybe they have.
Elvira did do a Halloween rap in the 80s.
She did.
Monster Rap, I think it was called.
The Babadook. Was that
Babadook? Oh,
I like that movie.
Babadook's an awesome movie.
Now, he was on Howard Stern's show. Oh, that was Baba Booey.
No, that's...
They're different. I get confused. All these things are so, you know. Babadook, Baba Booey.
Phew.
That's for you.
Yikes. But yeah, so we were talking about the YouTube stuff before. So speaking of the horror community and YouTubers, there's the Late Late...
yeah, go ahead.
There's the Late Late Horror Show. There's also Horror Addicts. They do a lot of like toy reviews and unboxing videos. There's Creature Features, and then Misty Brew's Creature Features. So those are some YouTubers that I've seen. But yeah, some of the people that you would think that would have their own YouTube channel, I was really shocked that they don't.
Yeah, so someone says, Gareth Morgan says, Hammer has been distributing more than making movies. Kind of like, probably like Troma.
Like Troma, yeah, where they'll pick up independent films and then give it the Troma label or give it the Hammer label.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Babadook was so sad, but that's what made it good.
I loved that movie.
The ending of that really freaked me out. I loved the ending more than I liked the movie.
It was really creative.
But the ending was really gothic and creepy. I loved it. Mm-hmm. Beetlejuice, I'm not a fan, but you take it away.
I love Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's Tim Burton. Okay, you want to get into Tim Burton?
I'm a Tim Burton fan.
Tim, if you're watching, and you probably are.
And as a kid, I loved the Beetlejuice cartoon. So when I was a young mummy, or a little bit younger, when I was only 2,000 years old instead of 2,030 something.
My issues are with the Tim Burton stuff. Now, Tim, if you're watching, you probably already know that because you like all things weird. We love you. I love you. Some of the stuff you nailed, man, but some of the stuff is just too much of the same thing over and over. Every time a Tim Burton movie comes out, we have to see a black and white spiral or stripe. It's too much. I don't even know. You're reminded every time. But it says his name over the movie. I don't need to see it.
Like when Sam Raimi makes movies, there's always like that one car that shows up in every movie, and I don't remember the model of the car, but it was like his favorite.
Okay.
It showed up in Spider-Man, like the 2002 Spider-Man.
So hidden in there, though.
It was in Evil Dead, like weird stuff like that.
Udo Kier, he's great in Blade. I liked him as the head vampire in Blade. Udo Kier's a really weird dude. Yeah.
But the Beetlejuice cartoon was really cute. The tap dancing skeleton.
I get it.
What?
Somebody. James Wimmer says, no, the Howard Stern Beetlejuice. That is definitely my favorite. Hey, me?
Yeah.
I love Beetlejuice. Yeah, now that Beetlejuice I can watch all day long.
Now that Beetlejuice needs a movie.
I have some stuff I can show you later. I ordered a long time ago.
He needs his own movie.
That ain't good to watch.
Is he still around?
Yeah. Who, me? Yeah.
That guy's still around?
The Beat is still around. Yeah, he's still alive.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I'm a teenage alcoholic zombie. I do not think it's a movie, but I think there's a lot going on there. I think there's
Wow.
Edward Peony. Yeah, that was a movie. I remember. And Peony, PPE hands. Yeah. The Dark Shadows remake was horrible. I wouldn't even watch it because again, Tim Burton. Who am I going to put in my movie? I know Johnny Depp and Helena, whoever her name is. Like the same people. He's very predictable. The guy. No offense, but no.
Oh, of course, yeah. Bruce Campbell's in all of the movies.
He's rich, but who cares?
Yeah.
I know that. I get it. You know.
Checking the other.
Who cares what I
comments.
say? But rich doesn't mean good. Yes, it does.
Ever read The Famous Monsters of Filmland? Mag, yeah, we do read it from time to time, and then we have a bunch of, like, old issues, too.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, when we find them, we pick them up.
One of my favorites, and I think I finally got a copy of it years ago, was one with the Incredible Melting Man, which is a terrible movie. But I do watch it all the time on Mystery Science Theater's version of it. It's really good. But Incredible Melting Man is a movie about nothing. It's a guy melting, and it's an astronaut who goes into space, gets hit by some rays, comes back,
and
he's melting, and that's it. They're just chasing him around, trying to find him. He melts, and he's nothing at the end. It's stupid.
And that's the movie, huh?
Doesn't do anything.
Howard the Duck movie. Oh, man.
Now, I have it on VHS.
That movie's weird.
I know there's the Howard the Duck.
That's really weird, but the comic book is really weird.
The comic book's great. The comic book's such a weird sort of send-up.
Howard made an appearance in Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's right, a couple of them.
So for you comic book fans, yeah.
So someone's asking us, what do we think about Quentin Tarantino movies?
There are some Tarantino movies I like, but there's some that I do not like. So like, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood...
We haven't seen it yet.
I refuse to pay to go see it. I'll see it eventually, but...
Why do you refuse?
Because...
You ripped it off?
He ripped...
Quentin, if you're watching, we're
sorry.
sorry.
From what I've heard, he's ripped off that story from other actors who actually went through that. And it was kind of like... Yeah. So I've heard some weird stuff like behind the scenes.
So yeah, Tarantino, in my opinion, he's that kind of guy.
But I do love Pulp Fiction.
Cut me off.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I was in the middle of a sentence.
Okay, go ahead then.
Tarantino's movies are he was a clerk, right? He worked in a Blockbuster type of movie, right? Rental thing. Mm-hmm. And he watched a lot of stuff, so he ingested a ton of movies. Now, he did write a movie, he didn't direct it, called True Romance. That's one of my favorite movies of all time.
That's a good movie.
All the references and stuff resonate with me. I love it, and it's got a bunch of cool,
Christopher Walken.
I mean, it is a melting pot of actors. Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, Christian Slater, what's her name? Patricia Arquette, Balky from Perfect Strangers. Gosh, it's like the list goes on and on. Brad Pitt's in it. Like a lot of crazy people.
Yeah.
Who apparently resonated with Tarantino because he's in a lot of his movies. But Inglourious Basterds, the remake of that, not bad, pretty good. The ending is amazingly great. It's like that revisionist history. Kill Bill 1, great. Kill Bill 2, not so good.
Yep, I liked both of the Kill Bill movies. And
Jackie Brown, not that great.
And I loved Pulp Fiction a lot.
Look, I'm sorry, but
so
say what you want.
I like a few of his movies here and there, but I'm not like a big
There's
fan.
one scene in Pulp Fiction that they could cut out and it would be even a better movie. When he gets a little bit excessive with a certain word. Now we have Hateful Eight, which we have that, but we have not watched it yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen that. And then Django, I didn't like
okay.
that. It was okay.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was fun.
It was okay.
But Inglourious way better than that. But it's a hit and miss. We haven't seen the newest one, the Stuntman one. Mm-hmm. Once Upon a Time. True Romance is a great movie.
Ellen says I love Jackie Brown.
I see. I have to watch it again. When I first saw it, didn't care for it. Didn't get it.
I liked Pulp Fiction.
I love Pam Grier. I like Robert De Niro. I know. I saw it at the movie theater, but didn't get it. I don't know. Forbidden Planet. That's a good movie. Mm-hmm. It's all right.
David says Jackie Brown is a great soundtrack.
Well, that doesn't make it a good movie.
Well, he's just saying it has a great soundtrack.
Gary Oldman. Okay, so Gary Oldman for me. Oh yeah, Gary Oldman. Yeah. Well, okay. In True Romance, great. He's like what is he? Dressler, the drug dealer. But I love him also too in Leon, the Professional.
Oh, The Professional's a great movie.
Now that's another guy, but that's another filmmaker. What's his face?
Who made that one?
Luc Besson. Loved Professional. Hated Fifth Element. Sorry, don't
Fifth
like
Element
it.
I thought was okay.
Chris Tucker destroys it.
It was
It's
okay.
horrible. Can't take it. I gotta go. Once he starts talking in that shrill voice, and he's in a pyramid, I
think at the time when it came out, I liked it because it
horrible.
was like odd, and I'm like, what is this?
Yeah, if you right, but I see what he's doing,
but
and I'm not liking it.
It's not like one of those that I think is like super awesome. I think it's all right.
Now, of everything we talked about,
what's up?
Bobby Harvey Jr. hit the nail on the head. Now, Bobby, do you like Van Helsing with Hugh Jackman, or don't you like it?
That was a newer one, right?
One of the worst movies as far as insulting your intelligence, the whole style of it, crap. I saw it the one time, and I saw it once. I think I saw it in the movie theater, and sitting there watching. What am I watching? It's a total comic booky.
That was another Universal one, right? Where they were trying to
revive. No, I don't know what.
Is that one where they were trying to, or was that one of those real crappy, like straight to video?
Van Helsing the movie was a piece of dreck.
Because I remember trying to watch it and I couldn't sit all the way through. I'm like, what is this?
They crowbar Kate Beckinsale in there with her, Underworld tight leather buttocks, right? They try that's going to save the movie.
Let's throw her butt in the movie.
But it doesn't. I mean, as good looking as she is, and as tight as her butt is in that leather, does not matter. That movie
doesn't make up for a bad story.
What's going to kill you is the Hot Topic vampires in there, right?
Hot Topic vampires.
I'm not even kidding. You sit there going, "What am I watching? This is dreck." Underworld's a better. If you want to watch that kind of stuff, watch Underworld. It's a little bit.
Underworld's okay.
The first couple are good,
but it's super crappy, cheesy. It's just all like
it's a Hot Topic-y vampires. It's still the same thing.
Yeah, it's like teenage gothy.
All of our jewelry is black and silver, and we're all black clothing and long hair and gaunt faces. We're goth. It's too much. Sorry.
I wasn't a big fan of it.
Dr. Phibes.
Dr. Phibes is an awesome movie.
That is a great movie. The first one, second one's good too, but the first one's really, really good.
That movie's so great.
It's so bizarre, dark, British humor, dry, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Van Helsing, best Dracula ever. I don't know.
I don't know about that.
Are you talking about
I think he's saying that to mess with you.
He better be, because it's terrible.
I think James Weimer is saying that to mess with you.
Because that's all Hot Topic, baby. I'm sorry. No offense to Hot Topic.
What do you think about Twilight?
What do you think about Twilight? Bring it up.
I can't even say that with a straight face.
Look.
Now, Twilight is the worst vampire movie ever.
I still think Van Helsing's worse than that, to be honest with you.
No, Van Helsing's the second runner-up to being the worst.
Let's put it this way. I saw Van Helsing when it came out. I love the giant black werewolf in the end. I mean, that looked pretty cool when Hugh Jackman, spoiler alert, turns into this really bristly black werewolf. It's pretty cool. But when I watched it the second time, I couldn't even get to that part. I had to cut it off.
Meh.
I'm like, I was
underwhelmed, and I
could be clipping
remember turning the DVD off.
I could clip my toenails right now. I could take a nap. I'm not going to watch it bad. And we watch a lot of bad stuff.
We watch a lot of bad movies.
You don't like sparkly vampires?
No, it's terrible.
Glistening
that's another one I could not watch. Like, I tried, and I'm like, this is garbage.
But you know what? It
was total garbage.
But the problem with that, it doesn't matter what we think. That author is a millionaire.
Well, at the time, the little teeny boppers loved it. That's all it was. It was like something for the girlies to watch, I guess. It was crap.
The worst take on vampires ever.
And then maybe later on they learned to like better movies. So
now I have to admit I've seen all those movies, but the only way I saw them, I will have to tell you this, was the Riff Tracks, who were the guys that came over from Mystery Science Theater, do their own thing called Riff Tracks. I have the whole set of those of all 5 of those movies. That's the only way I get through them, is them making fun of it.
And even then, I'm like,
yes,
no.
it is difficult.
No.
Okay, so let's go on to something else.
Let's move to a different movie.
American Werewolf in London or Paris? Come on, really?
Oh, those
in London. Paris is horrible. That is a Twilight thing before Twilight. American Werewolf in Paris is terrible. It's a piece of garbage. American Werewolf in London, come on, it's Rick Baker effects.
Yeah.
Joe Dante directing, Stay Off the Moors.
That one did have some cool effects.
Oh my God, when his buddy was like tore up by the werewolf and he kept visiting the guy, and he's eating eggs and you can see the eggs go through his throat.
Yeah.
Great stuff, Jack. Right? Come on.
Ew.
That's a good movie. Sorry.
I Was a Teenage Zombie.
I don't know what they're talking about with that.
I think
What is that?
I think they're just listing off any movies.
Oh, Bobby Harvey, Young Frankenstein. Oh, Mel Brooks.
Oh, that's a funny one.
Mel Brooks saves everything. Now, the thing with
So
Mel
great.
Brooks movies, and a lot of movies that were made in the 70s and early 80s, can't be made now because of all the political correctness and everybody that would be offended by, you know, by parody. Not by political statements, but by parody comedy. That's a weird thing when comedy is attacked by seriousness. It's comedy. I don't understand that. Blazing Saddles, remember that movie?
Yeah, you're right. I'm thinking about that, and I'm like, I don't think they can make movies like that anymore.
Not because what they're doing is a comedy movie. It's because people would be offended by comedy. Huh?
Yeah, I mean, when it's comedy and you're making fun of everyone, you know, that's what it is. It's a parody.
Right. It's a send up. It's a comedy.
But, things are a little different.
And you can go back in American history and probably world history, but more American history because America seems to have been more lenient. Stuff that shocked me growing up was when I would go back and I would randomly see like some political cartoon from the 1900s or the 1800s somewhere, right? And I'm like, they had those back then? They did caricatures. They did all kinds of parodies. I'm like, that blew my mind because I thought that was more of a recent thing, you know, growing up in the 70s and 80s. But no, but it's something that existed a long, long time ago. But now, if you make fun of somebody as a comedian in a comedic way, it can be taken as something political or serious.
Sorry, this
which
is
is bizarro. You can let your hair down here.
I'm letting my hair
on
down.
a hangover. It's a hangover. Let your hair hang over. Anyway, let's not get too crazy with it.
I was trying to read that one.
Look, and no hating on Twilight. It's look.
What we say is just a matter of opinion. Others out there can have their own opinion, and that's okay.
What would happen?
So it's not a personal bashing of a movie you might like. It's just something that we don't like.
Look, I don't know who wrote. I forget who wrote Twilight, but guarantee you, dollars of donuts right now. If I went to their house, their mansion, I'm sorry, and I stood in front of them, I would be crying, and they would be going, "Who are you? Do you like my movie? Look what it bought me." You know, so I get that. You know, that's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but there's still, you know. It's just, it's a personal preference, yes.
Check those comments for me.
Where are all the white women?
Oh, jeez.
That's from
Blazing Saddles.
Where the white women?
I guess YouTube flagged it. You can click click show if you want to show it.
White women?
I don't know. I guess
Boy,
they have an algorithm.
Look at you, YouTube, going at it. What did Albert say?
I can't read it from here.
Down.
Don't read it out loud if it's something.
I can't read it. I can't even understand what you said.
That's okay. We'll just continue on.
Sorry, Albert, but I'm sure what you said was fine. Help me. It's Sid Caesar. All those guys. They're bringing up some good old comedians. Do we watch True Blood? You know, I watched a few episodes of that. I didn't get into it.
I never watched True Blood. I did watch American Horror Story. I watched up until the season with Lady Gaga in it where she's a vampire. And it, like, takes place in a hotel. Like, some famous hotel in California. But I got maybe about halfway through and kind of lost interest. And I really liked maybe the first 3 or 4 seasons. Whatever the seasons were that had Jessica Lange in it. I'm a big fan of Jessica Lange. And once she left that show and retired from acting, like, it wasn't that good.
So there's a lot of, I mean, I love this. This forum is so much fun because we get to interact, we get to talk, and you guys are fueling our conversation. I love it. So, yeah, this is interesting. So Richard Taylor says, Dee Snider from Twisted Sister made a movie called Strangeland. Oh. One of my favorite horror movies. He made it to scare his daughter from meeting people online. Now, this movie came out it came out probably...
I've never seen that one.
When did this movie come out? The late 90s,
Strangeland?
Yeah. He's a tattooed... He's called Mr. Captain Howdy. That's after the... remember Captain Howdy?
Captain Howdy.
Was from?
Wasn't there a Captain Howdy reference in The Exorcist?
Yes. That was the spirit that Reagan was talking to on the Ouija board.
She was talking to Captain Howdy.
On the Ouija board, right.
Yeah.
So, Dee Snider did a movie called Strangeland, and I saw it once. I didn't think it was that good. I have to watch it again. I would definitely give it a second watch. But I'd like to see it again.
Which King Kong do you guys prefer, 1933 or 2005?
Oh, please,
no question,
please.
1933.
Every Thanksgiving,
The
any
originals,
chance I get.
and with any movie, 9 times out of 10, the
Now,
original will always be better.
Let's talk about the 2005 one.
I didn't like it.
Well, okay.
It looked like I was watching a video game. It looked too much like a cartoon.
Okay.
It didn't really look like a good movie to me.
I will say,
I just did not like the new
effects,
King Kong.
the T-Rex fight.
I don't like CG.
Balls out great. It's a great fight.
Eh.
The CGI, but and you had the Lord of the Rings guy. What's his name that did him? Oh, I can't think of his name offhand. But shame on me, right? The New Zealand, Weta did all the effects. Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
The casting was a little bad for me. I'm a big casting guy. When you cast somebody, now maybe we're not cast right. Maybe she's perfect, but I'm not. Whatever. I know a lot of people have a problem with the monkey.
Peter Jackson should go back to making horror films.
But he could.
I loved
Dead Alive.
Dead Alive is an awesome horror film.
Do yourself a favor out there.
Oh
if
my
you like
gosh.
horror movies and you wanted to take a...
It's like watching Evil Dead, but Ash has a lawnmower.
Yes, and other things.
And other things.
And there's about 1,000 times more blood.
And that is it is one of the bloodiest movies you'll ever see.
It's so wacky, but it's
so
great.
amazing. It's like...
It's Evil Dead on steroids.
It's really gory, but it's like in a funny way. It's like not... So I don't think it's supposed to be taken seriously.
It's like Peter Jackson saw Spinal Tap and Evil Dead. He goes, let me turn Evil Dead up to 11.
Yeah, Peter Jackson should just make those kind of movies.
Right.
And then all would be right with the world.
Turn it up to tremendous. but yeah, if you haven't seen Dead Alive, please do yourself a favor.
Oh, I love that.
And how that guy got hired to put together the Lord of the Rings movies, which I think are great.
Yeah.
The visual, I mean,
they're good movies. I'm just not.
Those are movies that are definitely made to hunker down, sit on your couch and veg, snack, and just let the time go by.
Or fall asleep too.
Whatevs.
I got bored with those.
I love them, but
that's just me.
But King Kong, not such a good movie. I saw it once. I remember the parts I liked. I didn't like Jack Black in it. I like Jack Black, but not in that. And then other people, it just didn't really resonate to me. Sorry, but what do we got? Okay, I'm rambling here.
Yes. Dead Alive was wild.
Great movie.
Have you seen Meet the Feebles? That was the puppet one.
That was the Muppet type of movie.
Yeah, yes, that was a demented one.
I actually dubbed that from VHS to VHS back in the day. I loved it. They're going to do Godzilla vs. King Kong now. I think that was supposed to come out this year.
Oh, they must still be working on it.
It might be coming out in May. I don't know if it's coming out, but what's coming out? What movie can you go to see? Movie theaters are closed now.
Well, there's some movies that instead of showing up in the theaters, they're just doing live streaming. And then there was an article I read saying that the drive-in theaters may be coming back. Because if you really think about it with the social distancing thing, you can't sit close in a movie theater, and then you're going to be in that building breathing in the same air as everyone else. So yeah, the drive-ins would be great, especially for summertime. If there's any drive-in theaters still around near you guys, you could stay in your car, keep your distance from others, and just sit and watch the movie and have fun.
Yeah. So let's see. Now, Stephen King movies. Okay, so Richard Taylor says, I like to read as well. And Stephen King and his son wrote the book Sleeping Beauties. And I hope they make it into a film because of it's awesome. Now, Stephen King movies are hit and miss. There are some that are amazing. It depends who gets a hold of them.
Yeah, it depends who makes them.
Yeah, the TV movies like Salem's Lot, the original one, pretty spooky when we were kids, It spooky with Tim, what's his name?
Tim Curry.
Tim Curry. But then the end was it was a letdown. The spider in the sewer was horrible.
But isn't that from how the book was?
Yeah, but the way he described it in the book, totally different, obviously, than what they could do on TV.
Yeah, it all depends
with that budget. Yeah,
with their budget.
We saw the remake, or not the remake, but the movie version, which was good. We had not seen it too.
No, we saw the first
and I liked it.
Retelling of it, and it was good. I liked it.
Very Stranger Things.
So we'll have to see the second. Yeah, it did remind me of Stranger Things.
But Carrie great, Cujo great, Christine great. What was that? Shapeshifters? What was the cat people? Horrible.
That I did not see.
Rose
Red.
Rose Red.
I remember that one.
No good.
It was okay. It was
like
kind of cheesy.
The one that was really bad that just came out that everybody wanted, the tower. What was it with the Western one with?
I don't remember.
Oh shoot!
I'm sorry.
Tommyknockers, horrible. That was the plane movie with Branson Pinchot, Balky from Perfect Strangers.
Balky, I do
horrible.
I do like Balky, but
TV show.
Yeah.
It was awesome. You say it, Rosie Miranda. It what? The movie, the TV movie, or the movie?
Dark Tower, Chud.
Dark Tower. Okay.
Chud's a great
The
movie.
Dark Tower movie bombed badly. It wasn't that good. I've never seen it. I heard people were telling me you should read the books, and they made it into a comic. You know, a graphic novel, but
Well, I used to try to read, and he's an awesome writer, cool guy. I like his son's books better.
so
Don't hate me, but I like what's his name? He goes by a different pen name, but he wrote a couple books that I thought were really good.
So the real man.
Heart-shaped box was.
Heart-shaped box is good.
Yeah, Heart-shaped box I really liked. I think that would be a neat movie.
The real Mano says, Justin says, The Shining is one of my favorite movies. Jack Nicholson, you know, how could you go wrong, right? The whole there's so much.
That's awesome.
The
Shining
dialogue,
is awesome.
the feeling of that movie.
Everyone loves that one.
It's definitely a classic. It's very gothic. And the end when they show that picture from the 1920s, it gives you the creeps. You know, I mean, it's done really well. It's got a lot of great visuals. The carpet from that movie in the hotel, still a good iconic graphic. The two girls in the hallway. You know, it's got so much going for it.
Lots of visuals.
The kid riding around the big
stayed-
wheel in the hallway.
Yeah.
It just
sticks with you.
It's a visual masterpiece. The storytelling's good. The visuals are good. The sound.
Now,
it's one of those rare movies that are really good.
The other night, a couple nights ago.
Kubrick, right? Stanley Kubrick.
Because I'm working on some more, you know, every now and then I have to mend the mummy wraps and fix up the outfits and my mummy wardrobe. So I'm doing some sewing and I'm watching, they have on YouTube Alice, Sweet Alice.
Oh.
And that movie is disturbing. I never saw it. I've heard of it. And I thought, well, I'll put on a movie while I do some crafts. And you've seen that one, right? Alice, Sweet Alice?
Maybe when I was a kid. I think Houlihan and Big Chuck back in the day
Oh,
might have shown
okay.
it. But it's been forever. I own it on. We have it on VHS.
That little girl in that movie is
It's
so
Brooke Shields.
creepy.
I think it's Brooke Shields.
Yeah, she's incredibly creepy.
Was she wearing Vidal Sassoon jeans?
No, but she had the yellow raincoat with the creepy mask.
Yeah.
Oh, she's so creepy.
So they're still talking about Stephen King stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep, we have not seen Dr. Sleep. Thinner, someone said that sucked too. I remember it as being a good movie, Thinner. It was like a short film based
I don't remember
it,
Thinner.
it was a film based on a short book that King wrote. I thought it was okay. It was interesting.
Yeah, I don't remember
I have to watch
that
it again.
one.
I mean, Creep Show, you know, the stuff he did for that, good. The Hellraiser series, the first one's good. The other one's not good.
The other ones I like, but
The first
I
one's
know
awesome.
I know the sequels are always going to be a little cheesier than the original.
When you see a guy that was murdered and the blood seeps into the floor, and it's Frank. And they're calling him this guy that's like forming into. Remember that?
That
You
was the
remember that movie?
second one, right?
That was the first one.
That was the first one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I remember that one. I'll never forget that. But there's a guy basically forming back into a
Oh, yeah,
human.
that was gross.
And the name Frank is kind of weird, and he's this guy that's like this
And
muscly.
you see like all the tissue and everything.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah, and he's
Weird.
like was he hiding out in the attic or
So
something?
yeah, he was like
Yeah.
he was in between the floorboards regenerating. Pet Cemetery. Now,
That new one was actually pretty good.
I liked it.
I liked it.
The ending
and
was so dark and effed up.
It was, yeah, the ending was sad.
It was totally different than the first
I
movie.
don't normally like remakes or retellings, but I admit that one was
I
pretty
kind of
good.
liked it. I mean,
Yeah.
I know it was dark and hard to watch, but that's what I liked about it.
Yeah, I thought it
It
was.
didn't insult. One of the best movies that you didn't like it, but was Cabin in the Woods.
Mm.
Now everyone, anyone that likes film and stuff, Uncle Frank, yeah.
Carnival of Souls. Oh, now they're talking about that. Legend of Boggy Creek.
Carnival of Souls. Oh, now that's a really now that was a movie kind of like set a precedent for a lot of movies. After just like The Last Man Alive did for
The Last
Living
Man
Dead.
on Earth
Yeah.
was pretty much the inspiration for Night of the Living
Carnival
Dead.
of Souls, I think J.J. Abrams must have loved that. I mean, it's basically lost,
Yeah,
Everyone's dead. You just, and so are you. You just don't know it, type of thing.
yeah. It's...
Sorry. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert! The movie's like really old.
Legend of Boggy Creek. Not a good movie that I remember. It was kind of boring.
It's crap, but it's
Now, I do like the sequel, The Legend Continues, because I watched the MST3K, Mystery Science Theater 3000 version, like 1,000 times, which is brilliant. Horror Hotel. Oh,
Horror Hotel.
Christopher Lee.
That's a great movie, and we've actually played that on like one of our Halloween episodes.
That movie is messed up.
It's creepy. It has this great creepy vibe.
When I was a little monkey, the end of that really, I mean, the whole movie, you know, what, it's definitely one of those movies that started the, why are you doing this type of thing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, there's a hatch on my, in my room. You know, let me open it up. I hear some chanting. Why are you going down there? There's cobwebs, chanting. What are you doing?
I think if we were in a horror film, we would do all the things that you should do, like run away. Don't look in the basement. Don't run to the attic. Don't answer the door. Don't answer the phone.
Everything wrong.
Yeah, I think.
But it was at least one of the first ones, right?
If we were in a horror film, it would only be like 5 minutes long because they wouldn't get us. We'd just escape.
Richard Pryor had a joke about that with people that they would be out. But that movie, and then it's so creepy, and the end, as a kid, as a young monkey, freaked me out when they spin the chair around. I don't want to give anything away. If you never saw Horror Hotel, it's a horrible name for the movie. It's better than that.
It has another title.
Yeah, it does.
It's also
City of Night or
City
something
of the
like
Dead.
that. City of the Dead.
Yeah, City of the Dead.
So, but check that out. It's really good.
Mm-hmm. And
really
that's a
creepy.
public domain movie, but it's actually like a really good one.
Yeah, I probably saw Horror Hotel first time on Superhost too. I'm pretty sure that's where I first saw it. Rawhead Rex. Oh my gosh, that's another good movie. It's very much.
What is it?
Rawhead Rex.
Never heard of it.
British sci-fi horror type of thing. It's really creepy.
Gotta look that one up.
With the Babadook.
So going, we also have our Mummy and Monkey videos here on YouTube, but we wanna upload more skits. We do want to upload the Yashu Exotic skit hopefully this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of stuff uploaded.
And sometimes our two worlds collide. So behind the scenes, we talk about eBay and reselling and finding cool stuff. But we also like the monster movies, the horror films, and we have our personas here. So Grimm found these awesome lobby cards.
Oh my
From
gosh.
a private pick.
So we got to make sure it just don't shine too much. Let's look at this screen so we can see what we see.
So we could talk about like some,
So I had to look these up because I'm not familiar with. Now this one I am, but okay. So La Llorona.
That looks cool.
Now this is look at that witch on there. Look at that dagger. My fingers are covered.
Do you want me to help hold it?
I got it right there. So we got it.
But the artwork's amazing.
It's beautiful. These are original lobby cards from the early '60s, right? Now La Llorona was actually remade recently, like a couple years ago.
There we go.
Didn't do so well in the theaters, but this was the actual '60s movie, the Mexican movie. And this other was La Casa de los Espantos, right? The House of the Spirits, of the Ghosts. Look at those guys on the
Haunted house.
haunted
house movie.
Now this, look at looks like Mr. Bean right here, doesn't it?
A little bit.
But these were all all these guys in here were like very famous Spanish or Mexican comedians, I think, or comic actors. So it was like sort of a comedy. But yeah, I picked these up, and we got them on eBay right now. But they're really cool. I mean, these are original from this. Somebody drew on the back of this one. It was kind of funny. In a ballpoint.
They used it as scrap paper, I guess.
Yeah, practicing their signature.
So it does have like the one corner has a tear in it, but the artwork is so neat. Definitely worth like preserving.
James Wimmer keeps asking, "What bar is this?" It's the bar you can go to.
It's the Mummy Monkey bar, the virtual bar.
It's a Hairy Scary Hangover bar. Come on, you can't. Okay, so if you don't like this one, go to another. Where are you gonna go?
And then we can't really go out right now with the quarantine.
Nobody can.
But I know sometimes people will put things on Marketplace where you can do a private pickup. As long as you play it safe, follow the rules.
And you'll want to pick me up privately.
And when we do go out, I look for vintage Halloween. This I actually picked up at a Goodwill.
How much?
For $3 in 2014.
Sold!
The tag is still on it. But we love looking for vintage Halloween. So the two worlds do collide with our love for finding neat things and our Halloween and scary movie
That's, okay,
interest.
So someone brings up the Hellboy franchise.
Hellboy?
Hellboy's
okay.
I love the comic, okay? I love the Mike Mignola comic.
Okay.
Now, and Ron Perlman as a choice for that was good. In my opinion, Forget about the remake, that new one. It's my remake. It looked like the same two that came out. But here's what I say: it's based on a comic, a very stylized looking comic book, right? Just like Sin City. Right?
Oh, Sin
the
City.
Frank Miller classic, right?
Sin City is one of my favorite, probably my all-time favorite comic book movie.
Yeah, now
I love Sin City.
Even if A Dame to Kill For, the second movie, wasn't as good,
I still really enjoyed it.
It's still fun to look at, right? But
Yeah.
the reason why it's so great, both visually, is that it looks just like the GD comic book,
because
right?
it's true to the comic and pretty much
story and look.
Pretty much Frank Miller storyboarded the movie.
And
like it's all there. They just took it from the book.
I think a big reason why people liked Hellboy, the comic, was because of the way the artist and storyteller Mike Mignola drew it.
Yeah.
The stylization was very, very, very iconic. Why wouldn't you carry that over into the movie? When he's walking around on two legs, I know it's hard to do the whole bent leg thing, like a goat, but there was something to that. So why not stylize it like they did with, I don't know, it takes a little more money, a little more finesse, but that would be my only critique. The first movie was good, I guess, and then that Golden People City thing, whatever, was all right.
Watchmen's pretty good too.
I like that movie.
Yeah, that one's good, but I don't know, something about Sin City. I loved that one more. I know they came out like around the same time, maybe within a year or so.
The comic's way better of Watchmen. Okay, they did cut a lot of stuff. They had to. They condensed a lot of stuff for a 2-hour movie, 3-hour movie, whatever it was. But the comic way more in depth, way insane, way better, noodled out, and they had to cut. And they even changed some of the stuff, like some of the villains and stuff were kind of altered, but it was still kind of hardcore. It was not too bad.
Yeah. Well, gang.
No. Let's go to 3 a.m.
We're approaching the hour mark.
No.
And we should probably wrap it up in a few minutes.
Yeah, see, now people are going back. Like Lois is saying The Devil's Backbone, which I haven't seen. But there's another one called Kronos that he did.
Oh, Kronos.
No. You haven't seen it. It's a Del Toro movie.
Oh, I was thinking of Captain Kronos.
No.
Vampire
I know what you're saying.
Hunter.
No.
I was thinking of a different Kronos.
The Del Toro movie Kronos is really weird because Crimson Peak, I think I saw that. It's with Loki, right? The guy that played Loki in the Thor movies. Looked all right. But Kronos is weird because it's about this amulet that holds this little bug in there that will bite you and will make you live longer. I got to see it again, but I think I actually own it, but I got to dig it up somewhere.
Oh, wow.
But it's a really weird, creepy movie. And then the other Del Toro movie I love so much is, I think it's called The Orphanage.
The Orphanage?
Oh my God, this movie.
Yeah, I don't think I saw that
one. I have it. Yeah, Kronos is great, see? Or is it Kornos? I forget the name. I thought it was Kronos, like time,
Kornos?
like chronology.
I don't know.
What did Albert say that's so funny? Someone said all.
I don't know. Well, let's.
I don't know.
Let's wrap this up. We do have.
Buckaroo Banzai. Woo!
If you're on our YouTube but don't watch the Facebook, we do have over 80 episodes you can watch on our Facebook page.
82 now.
82 now. I said over 80, so yeah, 82.
I know, I'm just specifying.
And we're the Mummy and the Monkey on Facebook. We're also the Mummy and the Monkey on Instagram. And on Twitter, it's a little bit different. We had to abbreviate it. We're Mummy and the Monkey, or Mummy and Monkey on Twitter.
But you can find everything on the links on this, right?
All the links are on themummyandthemonkey.com to our social media, our email. We also have links to our Teespring store, where you can pick up Mummy and Monkey t-shirts. And right now, through May 8th, 2020, you can use coupon code GRIM15.
Oh, that's right.
For 15% off our Mummy Monkey t-shirts.
You can show some of that too. You want to go to that?
Okay, let's do that, and then we'll say our goodbyes.
Okay. Let's go to these stills. That might not be the right one, but if you go to that's us here.
That's our YouTube.
Nobody cares about that.
There's our t-shirts through Teespring.
Yeah, if you use the code GRIM15, you can save 15% off of your purchase on our Teespring site. You can get this shirt. You can get these things, except for the Monster Hustle shirt.
Yeah.
But you can get a Torgo Bell shirt.
Torgo Bell.
A What the Buck shirt, which is going with our reseller stuff.
Yes.
And then if you search a Teespring under a different name,
Ghost Tea.
Ghost Tea, you can pick up some of the stuff that I designed, Grimm Gorri designed, that hails all things Northeast Ohio and Cleveland, long but not forgotten defunct businesses like Pick and Pay grocery stores, Ohio gas station, Red Barn restaurant, Gold Circle department store, Kenny Kings, and much, much more on shirts, cups, and bags, and whatever the heck else I decided to put it on. I don't know. You got to go check it out to see. All right?
Very cool, guys.
All right.
Thank you for staying up so late to hang with us.
Oh my
hit
gosh.
the like button and hit subscribe if you haven't done so. You know, on Facebook we have over 4,000 likes and followers. Could we get that many here on YouTube?
I hope so.
We're
Yeah.
we're like, even though, you know, we've been talking about YouTube channels and different celebrities and characters need their own YouTube. Well, we have our own YouTube. We're trying to build it up. We're the little guys here in the big ocean of the interwebs.
So Albert's still waiting for his Mummy the Monkey shirt. Oh, it's coming, brother. It's coming. Don't worry.
Yeah,
about
if you call Teespring, they do have a customer service line. I know they may be a little bit delayed with what's going on right now.
Yeah, that's not your problem.
Yeah,
so make them
I
send
know
it to you.
they've been some companies that are still sending things out. They're just going at a slower pace.
Oh, I thought Jerry Seinfeld was in there. It's James Wimmer. Who are these people? All right. Well, anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us on the Mummy and Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangover.
Hangover.
We'll see you next Friday or Saturday morning, whatever it is. You know.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. Thank you, guys.
Hang in there, toodles. We'll see you later. Mwah.
Bye-bye. Pageant wave.
That's perfect.